And we're back. Here we are. Okay. So we got our gun, we got this assembled, we got this conditioned. I laid off of these right here because if I file these, it will contribute to a lot of side-by-side play. Sorry, a lot of side-by-side play. I do have a few marks here though. These are the two rails that hold it. So let's just clean those up real quick with a file, as you're seeing. Just a little. So that it's riding on, oh look how shiny that is. See that? These are aluminum, it's fairly easy. Especially when you're used to gunmetal. You're used to working on people's guns and they have gunmetal. This is extremely easy. This makes it now that this is going to ride on that. Now, ooh, be careful not to hit this. This is the main notch. But let's clean this side up a little more. This is your main area of focus on a metal trigger catch. So okay, did you see how I got that, but I did not get this notch here. I left it alone. That's how you want to do it. Plus, it helps that this is raised. If it's going to run into it, you're going to totally feel it. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Now, it should be known that on an injection molded ABS plastic part, that the, see that? Do you see that? Do you see how pretty that is? Whoa, see that? Wow. See those edges? Nice shiny edges. This is how I do guns, okay? This is why I didn't half-ass it. Not only am I putting in the metal trigger catch, but I'm also putting stronger springs all the way around. Another double catch spring from Orange Mod Works, okay? I'm going to throw it on here. And I am, since I have it, and it is, I would call it a customer gun. Now put in mind, if I'm prototyping, I just want to throw a spring in there, see what it does, I'll do what you saw earlier. If it is a final product, I don't. Okay? Use some silicone grease. Okay? And I'm going to use a fairly generous amount. Okay? Just like that. Put in mind, this side, where the plunger is where it's gonna be pushing, but it's gonna be pulling on this side. So do put that in mind. Yeah, it's gonna be pushing on this side. You want this side to be smooth, which I did. And you want this side to be, and that also means you want that side to be lubed. So you see these pockets? This is nice. I could store all sorts of grease in there. That's what I like about these pockets, these little metal pockets, is I can actually throw a bunch of grease in there. Okay. So when you're building, make that flat with grease. All these points here. The more, the merrier. Okay. All right. Let's do that right there. Generous amount of grease. Generous amount of grease. Okay. I want to make sure there's plenty of it on there. Okay. On the catch, everything. I have a towel here so I can wipe my hands. And I'm gonna go like this. Okay. So boom. I just wedged that in there. Okay. Now I have an O-ring here. Okay. And I have it in place, and I really don't want to mess my lockup. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it in here. Okay, see that? A lot of grease in there. I'm going to throw some grease over here, and I'm going to put my finger in there and put it in the very beginning. Okay. Then I'm going to take this over here, and I'm going to grease this up. I'm going to go all the way around the inside of this chamber with it. Okay, so then I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to lube my shaft there. And I'm going to go do a suction test. How good is this chamber? He's got a good chamber. Wow, I can't even pull that. Yes, I can, but it's okay, if you ever get a problem with this right here, take it and pull it. So if you ever get a suction problem, take it and pull it. One thing you can do if the seal gets shrinks, and it does happen, is that you take this right here and you take it off, or you just wedge it. Okay, watch, wedge carefully like that. See, and you just sort of wedge this part of it on this part. And the same thing here, you just snap it into place, like so. Okay. Be careful of the seal. Okay, you don't want to, just very carefully. There it is. A lot of people can't get this apart. They haven't figured out how to get apart. I get apart all the time. I'm always checking the seal integrity of this in my high performance guns. I have to. Otherwise, it just won't fire very well. Or as well as it should be. It'll still kick your blaster's ass, believe me. Okay, so again, I'm making sure that this slide is on this frame assembly's finger. Boom. Okay. This one right here, make sure it's on there. Make sure when you have it that this follows it. Okay? And put it all the way. Oh. Yeah, let's see the lock. He doesn't need a stronger locket for this. Your locket, because I have this here, and I normally don't have this here. I normally have this one and this one. I compensate for a stronger spring here, but he's got both of them there. He should be doing really nice. Okay, so take this all the way forward. Have it all the way forward. Have these two tabs, down here, on the bottom here. Okay, make sure that these two pegs are out here. Put it in. Push it in like that. Boom, like that. Remember, you have a little finger over here. Make sure when you push it, it doesn't go past this bolt. This one right here, make sure it doesn't go past it. Okay, that means that this peg is resting on what's on the other side of there, and it's locked into place. All right. So, time for my trigger. Time to throw some silicone grease on that. With metal parts, a generous amount of silicone grease. Generous amount. Push it on here. Your gun's almost done, man. Alright. But even when we're done with the blaster, we're still not done. We're still not done. We are not done. No, and that's not just putting the fancy orange Modworks sticker on here either. Nopers. I'll show you in a second. There's more in a Super Retaliator than just the fact that it is upgraded with a more powerful spring. I usually put this chassis spring in first. I don't even think she hears you. Oh, now she hears you. Okay. I'm going to put in this anchor one first, okay? Now you may notice what just happened. What did I just forget? Oh no, did he forget to put a spring in? Oh no! Nope. I'm going to use that trick I showed you. The way to do a Super Retaliator is a quick, easy, painless, and dumb way. But I did forget one thing. You know what I forgot? And this is considered a customer gun, my dad's Christmas present, so you better, yeah, he's in the room, but I'm giving it to him today because I'm trying to bribe him into going, well, bribe, you know. I'm trying to, he's just being kidding around, but I'm trying to get him to go to Humans vs. Zombies with me. I don't think he's going to do it. It's a pretty intense thing, but I'm going to hopefully it'll come. If not, get him to come to some battles. You should be known that I originally got involved with Nerf guns to play with my family because they were into it. And I picked up a Recon one day, and it was my nephew's Recon. And I decided, dude, I can make this so much better. Okay, make sure it locks up and closes up. There it is. There's my button. There it is. So now you lock the slide. I usually get the anchor first, slide second. Okay. Okay. Now, ooh, look at that. You see any plastic on your screws like that? Take it off, or else you're gonna strip the plastic. Go like that. Go like that. Boom. Gone. Nice clean screw. Throw it back in there. You have to re-screw this whole thing. And I want to keep the back open right now because I'm going to throw the spring in there. There's no locks in here. There's no there's no ratchet lock on here. Okay. I do have the plunger here. helps. I like to put the spring coil end at about 12 o'clock. Right now it's at 6. And you just turn it around with a precision screwdriver without marring the plastic. Try not to mar the plastic. Okay? And then you throw your mainspring housing here. Once the spring's in there, I want it secure. It's like very important. Never fire the gun without the mainspring housing. Never fire the gun without the top receiver screw, or the top grip, or the top grip screw. Never do it. Never do it. Okay. And this has been a long series of videos, I know. Okay, but let's just after I get this assembled, let me show you one more thing that you have to do. This is probably going to be a 3-parter because it's a Super Retaliator and there's a lot of steps, and I'm showing you play by play how to make one. Now, if you hear a bunch of springs or whatever, it means that your spring is out of basis, or you did it wrong, or the IRS is going to tax you more, or your soda is going to be diet more often, that sort of thing. No, it just means that you didn't put your spring in wrong. Take it apart, put it back together immediately. Nice thing with the metal trigger catch, though, is that if you make a mistake like that, it's a hell of a lot more forgivable. It is. Okay, so where's my magazine? Over here. Let's wipe off my hands. Now, take it, cock it. It's a metal part. It may not go back perfectly the first time, and let it sit there. Okay. Tighten up your mainspring screws. Tighten up all of your screws. Hand tighten, not like He-Man tighten, nothing like that. Okay. Put my magazine in. It's a little tight. It's gonna be a little tight at first. There we go. So this is the thing is that the metal part takes a little while to break in, but it's nice. So basically, this has this together. Here it is. It's running. Oh, that broke in quick. There's a couple of things you got to know about the Super Retaliator. One is the baffle. What this baffle does is it makes it so you have an opening where your barrel is, okay, and it makes it so that air escapes out into here before it goes in here through your angry air. This contributes to a much nicer flying dart. The problem is, though, it has to be fit perfectly on the barrel, and that's not easy to do. So take this orange modeler's box. Boom. Boom. Like that. Take this like so. Okay. Like that. Okay. I usually have a Retaliator spring in there, recon spring in there, but I forgot to bring it out. So I'll just show you like this. You gotta take this, you gotta hold down the side like this, you gotta push in. This is not easy to do, especially since this is corrugated cardboard. And you He-Man it in there. You keep the tabs from slipping while you are pushing this in. Okay. Like so. There it is. And you twist it, pushing it. This is not easy, but it is worth it. I mean, at this point, your barrel is going to be perfectly centered. Come on. It's got to line up with the locks on the inside of this, but the harder it is, the better it is to get. My force here. Gotta compress the corrugated cardboard a bit. And it would help if I did not have silicone grease all over my hands. There it is. There it is. So now I could take a laser. See this laser pointer? See? See that? Yeah. And I could take it. 10 to 1, it's lined up perfectly. I'm going to stretch a line across the barrel. Oh man, I'm hitting the very frickin' top of the barrel finger there. All around the barrel. I mean this, oh yeah, this is impressive. See? See what I just did is I used an oversized piece of cardboard to lock this in. So now, it's a rifle. Before that, it's just a pistol with a stupid barrel attachment. Now, it's actually a precision rifle. That lets out a metered amount of air out of the baffle. So now it's going to make it go more precise. Okay? So let's take out the rest of his doodads. For the grip on there. Now my dad is on the bigger side, so we want to make sure to put this wider with this is. Yeah. Oh, I wish you could see this. I know my friends see this. Like Basic Nerf seen the difference between an unported barrel and a ported barrel, where the dart will spin through the air, do one of these, whereas this is a little bit more like that. Maybe a little bit of distortion, but not much. Okay? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is awesome. This is awesome. A few more things have to be done to this before I can bring it out, such as putting the word super on the top here with an enamel marker, which we're going to do right now. I'm going to make sure that yeah. So we're going to write on here and we're going to put a plus sign on it. And the reason is because this is a super with the orange modelware kit on it. Okay? We're going to do the same on this side. There it is. Very first Super Plus ever built. You just saw it get built. Everything except the barrel assembly. The barrel assembly you got to go down 3/8 of an inch, file it, sand it, and then taper it with some 320 sandpaper to make it smooth. We're gonna let that dry a bit. Hold that up. We gotta pull the magazine. I can't do it right now. And we're going to hand it to him. Is that hitting? Hopefully it's not. Anyway, that is how you make a Super Retaliator. That's it. Super Plus Retaliator. Beautiful piece. Until then, this is Chris Cartea signing off, your friend from space. And check out my my blog at chriscartea.blogspot.com. Goodbye.